I'm Dave Muth. I'm a managing partner of Alternative Equity Advisors. We're the asset investment arm of People's Company. We represent investor clients looking to buy farmland across the country. We're in the far southeast corner of Arkansas. We're on a 1,000-acre organic farm. It had been a catfish pond previously, and it's been leveled. The irrigation infrastructure's all been put in place. We really like the organic production system as a platform to try and bring more value into the farmland asset. The consumer market is developing a deeper connection with their food, and certainly the organic market creates a system where there's developed, baked-in premiums for the products that we can produce on a farm like this. This particular farm, we're going to primarily grow organic feed-grade corn, organic soybeans, and organic rice. We have some market relationships developed, particularly around the rice side, that create some really strong value-added outcomes for us in terms of being able to maximize our net income for a production system that requires fairly intensive management. We're standing on a piece of ground here where we've actually started with a summer cover crop mix that's going to have some legumes that bring some nitrogen fixation in, and certainly a mixture of various different cover crops that can start to add a little bit more dynamic activity within the soil. Farmland investments really have two levels of return. First, there's the annual cash yield from operations, and then the long-term appreciation. When we look at assets, we look at those opportunities to create additional value over the life of that managed asset. And with this farm, we've got a couple of really key things that we're working on. How are we managing our tillage? How are we managing soil function? The cover crops, the application of organic nutrients, etc., all play together into the ability to create long-term appreciation on the asset. The infrastructure that we're building here, both in terms of the organic production system and strong annual net incomes, along with practices and infrastructure that are being put together, will let us take advantage of value on both of those different points of investment return. Right now we're standing by one of two freshwater reservoirs that are in place on this asset. It has a fairly sophisticated, what we call tailwater recovery system for the irrigation, where we can actually capture fresh water when it's available, particularly on this farm in this location in the winter, store that in the reservoirs, have it available to pump out of the reservoirs when the crops need it, and everything is leveled to where water that's applied for irrigation for the crops that isn't actually absorbed by the soil or uptaken with the plants will fall through this tailwater recovery and be able to be pulled back into the reservoirs. We view this as a really powerful opportunity to expand the organic rice market and create that kind of deeper penetration into the supply chain that brings value back to the core farmland asset.